The music of the 1990s is telling us that it's a new kind of world. It flows right across old boundaries, so that a spiritual song from Africa can become a favorite way to express the feelings of a school in southeastern Pennsylvania. We are marching in the light of God. 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 We are marching, marching, we are marching, marching, we are marching in the light of God. We are marching, marching, we are marching, marching, we are marching in the light of God.
Ponte de pie, ponte de pie. Ponte de pie. Excelente. Sí. Siéntate. Siéntate. La mochila. La mochila. Okay, the backpack. La silla. La silla is a chair. Say it. La silla. La silla.
The faculty here are a unique and wonderful group of people. They're highly trained academically in their field of study, but the way that they surround and support students through all sorts of tensions and dramas here has been really impressive to me. They are people who will take a student in a non-judgmental way.
If you don't quite get a real nice light pink, then that means you're either too acidic or too basic, one or the other yet, and then you've got to titrate it back the other way again.
That looks pretty good to me. Mr. Beachy, what's good? Is this pink?
It's pink.
Yeah. Well, look, there's the look down my first lab we ever did.
Christopher Dock's principal, Elaine Moyer, was a former instructor of physical education at Bluffton College in Ohio.
Christopher Dock started out originally to be a place where students would be separate from the world, would be protected from that. Being a more suburban community rather than a rural community, which we were earlier, it's important that students realize that the real world is one that includes all of the learning of the world, plus the dimension of having Christ as Lord.
In soccer, CD's varsity has been in the district tournament 4 times in 5 years, and the hockey team has gone even farther.
Come on, Trina!
As a student, Trina Durstein helped the hockey team to go to the state finals in 1987 and became the school's all-time high scorer in basketball. Then she repeated that achievement in college.
I've always enjoyed Christopher Dock very much, and I love this place a lot, and I guess I'm excited to think that, well, once they get over the fact that they have to call me Miss Durstein, I think we'll be fine. But I've always been challenged by the fact of trying to use my athletic abilities and performances to bring glory to God, and I've always been thankful for the abilities He's given me.
Good morning, John.
Good morning.
Can you tell us what you're doing there this morning, you and your classmates?
Well, we're helping packing meat for some of the homeless and people that don't have food around the world. Right now, we've got over 50% of our student body that's helped out here. After we pack it, the meat goes out to places around here, Lansdale, Norristown, Philadelphia, and some of it goes down to Haiti and Jamaica and places like that.
Now that is a neat story. Kids going to work this morning.
The school is very clear in its perspectives, peace being one of those. in the Persian Gulf crisis time. And we had a parent, in fact, who served in the Persian Gulf region. It was an opportunity for us as a school to be very clear about our position, about caring for human beings and people of all sorts.
To paraphrase Henry David Thoreau, if a school doesn't keep exact pace with those around it, perhaps this is because it is marching to the sound of a different drummer. Let it step to the music which it hears, however faint that may be in the public ear. And so a student in the CD library today can find a book written by a graduate of the class of 1965. Susan Clemmer Steiner, then of Souderton and now of Ontario, is one of many CD alumni who have carried on the themes of their alma mater. A school named for a teacher who prayed for his pupils, and whose successors at that school today follow his example.
Grant us your peace throughout this.
The Music Festival brings together Mennonite secondary students from all over the United States, from Canada, and usually also from Puerto Rico. They come together and they know that they have a common bond immediately. And to watch adolescents behave together as though they were brothers and sisters is pretty special. Then to hear them sing. Keep your hand upon the clock and
We are marching in the light of God. 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 We are marching, marching, we are marching, marching, we are marching in the light of God.
This is probably your traditional entry scene, the varied kinds of transportation. It's, I don't want to say people try to outdo each other, but originality counts. And it's fun trying to think of new ideas. I don't think it's the dollar value that counts, it's more the originality, or I guess it is whatever gets you, whatever you're impressed by.
That's Landis Leasing.
Did you have to rent it?
No, my friend drove me here. Didn't cost a thing.
Shows how much social change there's been, and we have a course in poverty and affluence. We think it's a pretty good course, but when you see something like this, you wonder how much you've actually gotten through. But who knows what it might be like if it wouldn't have been for a course like that, because a few of them came in on an old school bus.
Looking good. All right.
I have 5 children. One is here this year. One is a junior at the banquet this year. It's a great school. I really enjoy the whole format that's here, and I really believe in what happens here.
My vision for Christopher Dock is a place where everyone feels honored and special, where no one feels lonely and left out, where you feel cared for. My vision is for all of us to work at building community together. I think we can do it.
Campus life at CD can feel like family, whether in the campus store, the dining room, the gym, the classroom, or the auditorium. When the memories crowd into focus at the baccalaureate service, trying to say what was the best thing at CD can get emotional.
I would definitely have to say it'd be friends. Hey, now I have experienced God's presence through the faculty and fellow students, but He has also made Himself known through the beauty of the campus. I could watch the geese float on the pond, or watch the 7th period lawn and garden class roam around campus learning about the trees and plants. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I saw Chad and Hans and Corey Musselman sitting over here under the trees. And they might have been discussing the politics, or maybe they were just making plans for the weekend. It's just one more sentence. Hold on. Okay, here it is. Okay, With the Lord being with us wherever we go, we all have the perfect compass leading us through our next stage in life. Thanks.
Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes, I know. Siaha me kukelenkwekos. Siaha me kukelenkwekos. Siaha me kukelenkwekos. Siaha.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are marching in the light of God. I believe it. You will believe it.
We are marching in the light of God. We are marching in the
When you see this community and are a part of it, you will believe it. For we are truly marching in the light of God.
We are marching, marching, we are marching, marching, we are marching in the light of God. We are marching, marching, we are marching, marching, we are marching in the light of God.